You ever wonder if the really ancient text could hold the keys to avoiding some of the biggest mistakes we're all making right now in the 21st century? Well, we're about to unpack a chapter from the book of Proverbs that feels less like a dusty old scroll and way more like a modern-day warning system. Seriously, it's a guide to sidestepping the kind of trouble we all face today.
And hey, that's not a joke. The advice in here is so sharp, so direct, and it's almost scary how relevant it is. Think of it like a series of guardrails, right? They're not there to restrict you, they're there to protect you from some really common, really painful pitfalls. So let's just dive right into the first one. Okay, first up, we're talking about money. And you know that tricky situation where you really want to help a friend out, but it has the potential to just completely backfire and land you in a world of financial hurt? Yeah, that. It's a classic case of good intentions paving a road to personal disaster.
The advice here is crystal clear. Just don't co-sign for someone else's debt. See, when you do that, you're not just helping them out, you're basically handing over your own financial future as collateral. You are now legally on the hook for their choices. And that, my friends, is a very dangerous trap to be in.
What gets me here is the sheer heart-pounding urgency of it. This isn't just a gentle suggestion. It's like a command. The image of a gazelle literally fleeing for its life from a hunter. I mean, that's how seriously this text wants you to take this. It's a 5-alarm fire. You gotta get out. So from the trap of getting tangled up financially, we're gonna pivot to another area where our daily habits can either make us or break us. This next warning, it's like a powerful blueprint for avoiding the self-sabotage of procrastination. It's all about embracing a solid, proactive work ethic. All right, so if you're looking for a perfect model of discipline and thinking ahead, where do you even look? The answer is, well, it's fascinatingly simple. It's not some tech CEO or a best-selling guru. It's an ant. And this slide just lays out the contrast so brilliantly. On one side, you have the ant's playbook, right? It's self-motivated. It works its tail off for the future. It stores up resources when times are good. But on the other side, the sluggard's downfall. A life built on just 5 more minutes, always chasing comfort and leaving zero room for things to go wrong. The ant builds security, the sluggard pretty much invites disaster. And this is the part you really have to get. The consequence of laziness isn't some slow, gentle decline. Nope. The text paints this picture of a sudden, violent attack. Poverty comes at you like a thief in the night, and it catches you completely off guard precisely because you weren't ready for it.
Okay, buckle up, because right here the chapter takes a really dramatic turn. It moves away from our personal habits and looks at the social fabric, giving us a breakdown, an anatomy, of the kind of person and the kind of behavior that is just fundamentally destructive, not just to you, but to everyone.
So the text zeroes in on a specific number of behaviors, 7 of them, and they're described as detestable. It's basically a list of 7 things that are seen as pure poison to human relationships and a healthy community. It's like a field guide to toxic people.
Let's just walk through the first 6 here, because they're basically these internal attitudes that just explode into destructive actions. Haughty eyes, that's that arrogance that screams, "I'm better than you." A lying tongue and a false witness. I mean, that's the very foundation of fake news and broken trust. And then you get the actions. Violence, wicked schemes, and just being eager to do the wrong thing.
But wait, there's a 7th one. And it gets this special emphasis, like it's the grand finale of this list. It's the thing that takes all those other toxic traits, weaponizes them, and just unleashes them on everybody. And there it is. The 7th, and maybe the most destructive of all, is the person who stirs up conflict. This is singled out for a reason. It's the ultimate social poison. We see it everywhere, right? Online trolling, workplace gossip, people spreading division just to get clicks. This person actively tries to destroy the trust and harmony that holds a community together. It's a truly corrosive force. So the final warning is, well, it's probably the most sobering one. It's a really stark, unflinching look at the law of cause and effect, and it focuses on the huge, unavoidable consequences of adultery, another classic self-inflicted wound. The metaphor it uses here is just so powerful. This isn't presented as just a little moral misstep. No, it's like willingly deciding to walk on hot coals or to scoop fire right into your lap. The message is simple. It's direct. If you play with this fire, you will get burned.
In this right here, this lays out the brutal reality of it. The initial temptation, sure, it might promise something exciting, but the outcome, it's catastrophic. It doesn't just damage a relationship. It absolutely incinerates it, along with reputations, families, your own peace of mind. And what does it leave in its place? This uncontrollable, vengeful anger that you just can't buy off.
So after all these intense warnings, we've talked about financial traps, productivity killers, toxic people, self-destruction. What's the big picture? How do we boil all this down into a simple, actionable guide for just navigating life?
Well, it really comes down to these 4 pillars. Work hard, be diligent like that ant, speak truth, refuse the path of the liar, actively recognize and steer clear of destructive behaviors and people, and finally, live with an awareness that there's a higher accountability, a sense that your actions have consequences way beyond just right now. That is the core wisdom of this entire chapter.
So, I guess that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? Which one of these ancient warnings feels the most urgent in our world right now? Is it the easy trap of debt, the constant temptation to procrastinate, the rise of all this divisive conflict online and off, or the quiet erosion of commitment? That's definitely something to think about.